Think about the last time you asked AI something you wouldn't want your employer or even a friend to see. Maybe it's a health question you were nervous about, or a financial decision that you hadn't told anyone about yet. Or maybe a job search you were keeping quiet. You probably asked anyway. The tool was useful, and not using it felt like leaving something on the table. But here's what's happening behind that. Your message left your device, traveled to a server, and a company's infrastructure read it, processed it, and generated a response, then sent it back. Your conversation might not get stored forever, depending on your settings, but the company could still see it in transit, which really means their engineers could, in theory, access it. It passed through infrastructure that they can control and inspect. So you see, most private modes in AI products work like a phone call where a carrier doesn't keep recordings. They still hear the call, they're just choosing not to write it down. And if we're being honest, in most cases, they are still holding on to the recording, at least for a while anyways. Even when there is no permanent storage, there's usually a window where the data exists on their infrastructure for abuse prevention and integrity purposes. WhatsApp recently shipped something different, and the technical approach is worth actually understanding. What WhatsApp announced, the feature is called Incognito Chat with Meta AI. It is a mode you can choose to use inside WhatsApp, and it's built on what Meta is calling private processing technology. Now, as a side note, we actually did another video that covers private processing technology in WhatsApp, so make sure to go check that out after this video to learn more. It's really cool. Okay, but back to this feature. When you use Incognito Chat, not even WhatsApp or Meta can read your conversations. It's a meaningfully different thing from what every other AI assistant offers right now. The mechanism that makes this possible is called a Trusted Execution Environment, TEE for short. A TEE is a secure, isolated region inside a processor. You can kind of think of it as a locked room inside the chip itself. Code running inside a TEE is isolated from the rest of the operating system, from the hypervisor, from anyone with admin access to the physical server. Now, the fundamental property of a TEE is that the machine's operator cannot inspect what's happening inside it. Meta runs servers, but if your conversation is processed inside a TEE, Meta's engineers can't see what you typed or what the model said back. Now, TEEs are not a new idea. Payment processors, DRM systems, and secure key storage have used them for years. So what makes AI inference different then? The computation is much more intensive than what TEEs were originally designed for. Running a large language model inside a TEE requires careful engineering around memory, attestation, and side channel exposure. Now, I'll come back to each of those. But first, something that is really worth saying is this is completely optional. You can switch between a normal Meta AI conversation and then go back to Incognito Chat whenever you want. Regular chat is still there with all the context and history you'd expect. Incognito is there for when you want it. So when you do switch into it, you open Incognito Chat in WhatsApp and type a message. That message gets encrypted on your device before it ever leaves. It's sent to Meta's infrastructure in encryption form, but the encryption is configured so that only the TEE can decrypt it. Not the host operating system or even Meta's engineers, only the secure enclave. Now, inside the TEE, the model decrypts your message and generates a response. That response gets encrypted and returned to your device. So at no point does unencrypted text exist outside the secure enclave. It's really cool. When you close the chat, the conversation disappears. Nothing gets saved to Meta servers. Think about it. No chat history, no contribution to training data, no persistent log. This is huge. The web search piece is also handled really carefully. When the model needs to fetch current information to answer your question, it sends search queries without linking those queries back to your identity or to your account. So why is this a big deal? I think we covered some of that already, but running AI inference inside a TEE is genuinely a difficult engineering problem. And I want to be really specific about why that is. Language models are large, mostly. The memory requirements create real challenges because TEEs traditionally operate within constrained secure memory regions. So getting a model to fit and run correctly inside those constraints without doing things like leaking information to the surrounding system requires really careful and deliberate work. Then there's attestation. The question attestation answers is this: Before your device sends encrypted data to the TEE, how does it know it's actually talking to a legitimate TEE and not a spoofed or compromised environment? Attestation is the cryptographic process by which the TEE proves its own integrity to your device. Now, this has to work correctly every single time, or the privacy guarantee collapses at the entry point. And then there are side channel attacks. Even if no plain text ever leaves the TEE, a sophisticated observer watching memory access patterns, CPU timing, or power draw could potentially infer information about what's being processed. No TEE implementation fully eliminates every possible side channel, but the hardware is designed to protect against known attack classes, and it continues to improve as researchers discover new workarounds in each hardware generation. It's really an evolving standard, not a solved problem, but a meaningfully harder target than unprotected infrastructure. Properly hardened TEE implementation addresses this. Now, I want to share with you a huge number, which is 3 billion people use WhatsApp. And a lot of the people using WhatsApp are asking Meta AI questions about healthcare, legal situations, financial decisions, and the privacy stakes for those users are real. WhatsApp also has an actual history with this kind of architectural commitment. They shipped end-to-end encryption for all messages as the default back in 2016. Most apps didn't even make E2EE the default for years after that. So this isn't a sudden pivot towards privacy. Extending the same principle to AI conversations is a consistent move. I mean, it's been nearly a decade of E2EE at 3 billion users, and that's evidence that they've built the operational infrastructure to maintain these kinds of cryptographic guarantees over time at scale without breaking the product. Every AI product right now has a privacy policy. Most of them, they're fine. None of them are the same as what's being described here. What Meta is describing here is a different kind. They built the architecture itself that prevents access. Basically, it's not just saying, oh, we don't look. They actually built something that can't look. And Meta has already implemented independent third parties that go through private processing. And I think that really matters. External verification is what turns a well-built system into one you'd actually trust with the things you don't want anyone else reading. When a platform with 3 billion users ships genuinely private AI directly into the product as an option anyone can use, it changes the conversation for every other AI product. It becomes harder to argue that privacy and AI capability are fundamentally in tension with each other. It really, if you think about it, raises the bar for what users should expect. Private AI shouldn't be a premium tier or a niche feature for people who care about security. It should be the baseline. Incognito chat with Meta AI is rolling out on WhatsApp and the Meta AI app over the coming months. Meta has published technical documentation on private processing, and I'd also link that down in the description.